Good morning, YouTube. It's a great day to be alive in Texas. I'm telling you, the exhilaration is just flowing everywhere through all the flowers and the trees, and a great day to be alive in the universe, for that matter. But this morning in Texas, it's 60 degrees. When I got up this morning, just nice. It's going to rain sometime today, but right now it's just really nice. And I got out and ran 2 miles, and the air was just the right amount of breeze, and the flowers and trees just look so pretty and beautiful, and it's just a marvelous day to be alive. And I am just so happy to be able to witness all the wonderful things that are going on, and all the things that are happening in the universe, all of the consciousness that is being raised around the world. And I just enjoy all the wonderful programs that go on YouTube where people are talking about raising their consciousness, and the programs on the law of attraction and so forth. And we're just really beginning to create a prosperous and much more abundant earth for ourselves, and because people are raising their consciousness at a geometric level, and it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable how people are growing and realizing the value of love and divine energy and infinite mind, and meditation, turning to meditation for periods of time every day, and receiving the thoughts from infinite mind as to the future and what's going on and what's happening, and receiving ideas of how to raise consciousness and how to lift our awareness. We're all beginning to do this. Millions of people around the world are beginning to stop and meditate and raise their consciousness and lift their awareness, and think about how to approach the level of attraction for abundance in their life, how to enjoy their life more in a richer way and a fuller way by turning to infinite mind and drawing upon the thoughts therein, and beginning to learn how to enjoy the abundance that is coming their way. And we're just going to create an abundant earth, and the leaders are going to come forth. I feel it right now that the leaders are going to come forth that have the ability to do these things, that have the ability to bring this awareness to a much higher level. And as we begin to involve our intellect and involve our brain and involve our mind, and of course the mind goes far beyond the brain. The mind is just connected to the whole universe. We're connected. Our mind is one with infinite mind, and we're connected and able to receive thoughts from infinite mind, just able to draw those in and utilize those at any time that we're willing to get quiet enough and listen. It's always there. And so I'm just so full of energy this morning. I just feel so on top of things. The exhilaration, I can't contain the exhilaration. It's just when I look out and I just heard and I hear all the birds just chirping, like as if they know that something's happening, and they're just chirping up a storm like never before, like they know that consciousness is being raised, and the new earth is coming, and it's going to be more beautiful than ever, and there's going to be more beautiful flowers that blooming out, and there's going to be more birds that can sing all different. They'll sing all different kinds of tunes, different tunes than they've ever sung before, and we'll sing tunes that we've never sung before, because we're going to be meditating in a way we've never done before. And so it's so exhilarating. You know, if you get out and you run and you wake yourself up of running and drawing in that fresh air, and in every breath of air you just feel a new consciousness and a new awareness and a new exhilaration that just lifts you up in such a marvelous way. And then I come back here, and then I get into a time of meditation, and just let everything just get really extremely quiet. And then I just get out my journals, and I just begin to receive these thoughts from infinite mind, and work on writing them down and preserving them for myself, and so I can go back over them, and I just get all kinds of wonderful thrills out of all of that, because it's just so marvelous how easy it is, if once we get into the habit of it, of just receiving all these thoughts, and how that can draw all kinds of abundance and energy to us. It can just draw all kinds of exhilaration and energy to us if we'll just take a few minutes. 20 minutes a day regular. You know, it won't happen when you first start it because it'll take time for you to begin to learn what the frequency is that you need to get into, and to begin to learn how to get quiet enough. And the first few weeks that you do it, you may spend that 20 minutes and there may not much come. But if you just keep doing that every day a little more and a little more will come. After you've done it several months, you're going to be receiving stuff every time. You're just going to be lifted up in awareness every time and full of exhilaration every time. It has to be a thing of practice and of learning how to get into the frequency and learning how to get into the alignment and everything with what's coming from infinite mind, and learn how to get the other thought quickly. You have to learn how to quickly get all the other thoughts off of your mind, because when you first begin that 20 minutes, all these other thoughts are going to flood in. They're going to try to take over, and you're going to be thinking, oh, I don't need to be spending this 20 minutes because there's so many more interesting things I could be doing, or I don't need to be spending this 20 minutes because I've got so many other things that have to be done, and so all of that'll flood you, and so it'll take you some time to learn how to control that and begin to put all that out of your mind and let the thoughts begin to flow. But once they begin to flow, boy, they're going to come in gushers and in Niagaras, and they're just going to wash over you, and it's going to be oceanic, and you're going to feel like you're just in the middle of the ocean, and you're just going down under the ocean in the middle of the middle down a mile down, and you're just in the middle of all of that, and all of that is the marvelous thoughts and the marvelous abundance and the marvelous wonders and everything, and you're just submerged in all those marvelous wonders, and you're going to be seeing all of those, and then you're going to feel like that you're going to lift it up. You can lift it up thousands and millions and trillions of miles into space, and you're going to be seeing all the stars and the galaxies and the constellations in an entirely new way, and you're going to be seeing all the abundance that is therein. And so I'm going to before I get any more excited, I'm so thrilled and on top of everything. But I'm going to watch Tanya Love here. She always has some marvelous things that lift me even higher. And so I'm going to stop this little dialogue and begin to get into her dialogue, because she always lifts me up so high, and it's such a marvelous thing that she always has to say. And so I can't wait to hear that this morning. I'm going to get that done, and I'm going to fix myself some. I've got my breakfast and eggs all just fixed just right. I always just fix them just right. We're just the right amount of toastiness is on the pancakes, and the eggs are just fixed just the right degree of opaque, right degree of a brownness, or the right degree of liquid. What I'm trying to say is solidness, the right degree of solidness, and exactly the right constitution of the eggs. And so and then I get them all together with pancakes and eggs and the rice and everything, and then I season it all with some good garlic and onions and all that kind of thing, and then I have it all just exactly right. And then that way it goes good, really good, with a good cup of coffee and everything. So I'm going to have this with it. I'm going to have some of this nice, good organic gold roasted coffee in these little brew cups. Columbia roast, Columbia coffee. Columbia coffee, is one of the best kind of coffees there is. And then this here is the Columbia roast coffee, and it comes in these little brew cups like this, and you just pop this in this little brew cup maker. I've got a nice little portable one, so I can keep it with me on my desk and everything. You don't have to run to the kitchen or anything. I just I keep this at my office, and I can keep this at whatever desk or library I'm at, and in my library, in my study, or in my office, or wherever I'm at. And I've got the little K-cups. I can just pop them in there like this. They just go in there like that, and just when you hear that pop like that, well, then it's punched the hole, and it's ready to go. You'll make sure it does punch the hole, because otherwise you'll mess it up. But once you get it down in there like that, then you just pour your water in here. The water goes right in the top, and then you put this on the top of there, and then you punch the other hole in there, and then the water's already ready to go, and your cup's already there, and so you don't lose any of the the freshness of the coffee, because you just immediately go as soon as that hole is punched, it just immediately shoots, your water just goes down in there. And so that's a marvelous thing to do. So I'm going to do that as soon as I get to Tanya Love on here, and then later on I'll have some of this coffee supreme. I've got so much of this good organic gold coffee this morning. Well, it won't let me turn that flip that horizontally right now until I get to the end of this. So anyway, this is the latte that I'm going to, or the Cafe Supreme that I'm going to have later on this morning. And then in the evenings before I go to sleep, I like to have this cafe latte from Organic Gold, and it just has a relaxing flavor to it that it just makes you rest real well and feel real good right before you go to sleep. It's kind of like a ice cream and coffee mixture. Well, you know what latte is, and it just has a wonderful latte taste, and you can just taste the marvelous taste of the coffee in there with it, and it just gives you a nice, mellow, relaxing feeling. And then I have this chocolate Organo Cafe Mocha chocolate that I really enjoy, that comes in these packages like this right here. And it's these marvelous little packages that you can just fit down into your coffee cup. And then, of course, all the black coffee that I can use at any time, too. So let's get Tanya Love going. See what she has to say. I know it's going to be marvelous. It always is.
So she made a statement about a month ago, I believe she said. And then after her clearing, this woman chimes back in, and she's sending texts to her husband and to her sister and to her friends and family. And she called me today, and she's like, holy crap, like, what the hell is that about? She was kind of upset about it, but she was like, this is just crazy. Like, I don't understand what is happening. Like, what's going on with this woman? And what I told her was, we could play the game of what's going on inside of every human's mind, and that could be quite entertaining and take a long time to process all that. But the better question is, instead of me looking out of the eyes of what's going on with all them, what's wrong with that lady, like what the hell, what's making her act crazy, if we tune inward, okay, what is this energy that's coming to me again? What is this energy coming up so that I can see it? What does this energy represent? And when I helped her to see that, she was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. This is an energy of betrayal. This is an energy where women have turned on me again and again and hurt me and said things that were hurtful and untrue. So when she could see it for what it was, it's an energy. It's one of those buoys she had stuffed down because she didn't know what to do with it. Well, boop, it's right in her face. And instead of getting angry and thrashing around in the water to try to get it away from her, if she could just look into it, which we did together, look into that and say, what is this energy representing and why is it coming up again? Okay, I now realize I was just doing an auric clearing. The intention was to release energies. This is one of those energies. It is coming up so that I can see it, I can understand and learn from what I've learned from this. And now I can release it and I can allow that buoy to float off in the water. I don't need to fight it. I don't need to prove myself to it. I don't need to justify myself or defend myself. I don't need to do any excessive energy. All I need to do is learn from it, thank it for the lesson, and then release it with love and light. I release this woman's energy with love and light. I release this energy of betrayal that has hurt me for so long. I release it with love and light. There is no resistance here. This is where the miracle happens. Because you're no longer creating resistance, you are releasing. You are honoring it, you're accepting it for what it is. And if we want to explore the mind of that other woman, I told her the simple way to look at humans, if you don't want to have judgment and get angry at them, is look at it for what it is. When you see a human lashing out and being angry and hateful and creating lies and disruption, this is a very fearful human. This is a human that is totally reacting and living with the influence of fear, and their anger and their fear are controlling them. They have an intense battle happening within themselves, and if you participate with that, if your ego gets triggered and now you're fighting back and forth, all they've done is now included you energetically and vibrationally in that, and now the two of you are creating karma together.